welcome to Freshly Served, the healthy vegan cooking show. I'm Heather, and tonight we are making a balsamic roasted eggplant over some red rice. Now I'll start with the eggplant and get that ready to roast. Now I've got my eggplant chopped up along with some red onion, and you can put whatever other vegetable you want in here, or you can leave it just eggplant. But I had some mushrooms. I had 3 mushrooms that I wanted to use up, so I'm going to throw them in here as well. Now I've cut them fairly large. Think of this like vegetable shish kebab, but we're not going to put a stick through it, and instead of barbecuing it, we're going to put it in the oven. So I suppose it's really not like a shish kebab, but whatever, it's close. Now eggplant is a vegetable that I have only recently come to love. I had it once in a restaurant done in a pasta primavera, and it was cooked so horrendously that it was just the most disgusting thing I'd ever eaten. So I figured, okay, I don't like eggplant. But you know what? I had it again since then, cooked properly, delicious. So I've changed my mind on eggplant, and I feel like if you think that you hate a food, try it every so often, because maybe it was just that time in your life, maybe it was the way it was cooked. You never know. Okay, so I'm putting these vegetables into a baking dish. I'm using kind of like a brownie dish, and I've just poured some olive oil on them. So whenever you're baking or roasting a vegetable, what you want to do is protect the vegetable first from drying out. So we put some oil on them. An eggplant will absorb a lot of oil, so you might feel like there's not a lot there, but there is. Mushrooms also, because I'm using mushrooms, they absorb a lot of oil. So anyway, just get your hands right in there, get it all oiled up. And then the second thing you want to do is help the vegetables to wilt or soften or cook. So the way you do that is by adding some salt, and you add the oil first, because if you add the salt first, then the liquids are going to come out of the vegetable and they're just going to get all over the place, and that's no good. But if we put the oil on first, the water, you know how water and oil repel each other? So if you put the oil on first, when the water comes out of the vegetable, it's not going to go any further than the oil that you're putting around the outside. Neat, huh? Alright, so sprinkle some salt on there, just a couple of pinches, and then get your hands in there again, stir it all up, and then you're going to pop it in the oven. And you can put this anywhere from 350 to 400 degrees. You could do lower too, you could do 300. It just will change how long your vegetables need to cook for. So at 350, they're probably going to need somewhere around half an hour. 400, less time. 300, more time. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, use your common sense. I'm using my toaster oven because it perfectly fits this baking dish. Lucky that way. So pop those in there, and then you get to make the rest of dinner. And what we're going to do is some rice. So let's get started on that. So this is my red rice. I was very excited this week to find this in the store. It is a type of brown rice, I suppose you'd call it, because it still has the bran on the outside. It's just that the bran is a reddish brown instead of a beige brown. So if you can find this rice, it has a really nice flavor, and it's always good to get different types of rice into your diet. If you're always eating the same type of grain, you're always getting the same nutrients. And that goes for different types of rices as well. Each different type of rice is going to have a different nutrient profile. So get some different colors, get short grain, get long grain, get some brown basmati rice if you can find it. Try some quinoa, try some millet, try any kind of grain you can find and rotate it into your diet. I'm using red rice for this one just because it has a nice flavor, like a nutty kind of flavor that's going to go with the roasted vegetables. So to cook this, same as a regular rice. I've got 2 cups of water on the stove with a bit of salt, and I've got my 1 cup of rice. I'm going to put this in the water, bring it to a boil, and then turn it down and let it simmer for about 45 minutes. So this should take about the same amount of time as my roasted vegetables. So here are my vegetables after about 20 minutes of cooking. You can see they're getting a bit dry on top, so all you gotta do is flip them around. You'll see that there are lots of lovely juices coming out of the onion, and it'll just keep everything nice and moist, but if you don't flip it, it'll just dry out on top and then it doesn't fully cook. An eggplant especially, you want it to cook. It'll soften right up and it'll be so delicious. But if it dries out, so disgusting. My vegetables have now been in for 40 minutes and you can see they're really nice and soft. The onions have really softened up. Eggplants and mushrooms soft as well. I always try to make sure when I'm using red onion though that it gets soft because it has a very spicy onion flavor. So what I'm going to do now is pour some balsamic vinegar over here. And be generous with that because it's also going to drizzle over the rice and the greens that we're going to serve this with. Now, eggplants are part of the nightshade family, which also includes potatoes, tomatoes, and red, green, yellow, orange peppers. And aside from just nutrients, they also help to unfocus and unconcentrate mental energy. So if you're someone who has a really tense, stressful, focused job, these might be helpful for you to have for dinner after a hard day at work. When we roast them, it somewhat counters that effect because the heat that's going into them centers the energy, but they still are good for that. So what I'm going to do is pop this back in the oven for about 5 minutes while my rice finishes cooking, and then I'll be ready to serve it up. So things are looking good here. Vegetables are cooked, rice is cooked. I've got some greens in a dish. I was trying to find dandelion greens because they're always nice to have in the winter, but they didn't have any today. They did have some mustard greens. Those are going to be really nice as well. Any type of winter green is going to be a lovely accompaniment to this dish. We'll take a look at this rice here. You can see the lovely red color is still going strong. It's cooked perfectly. The grains you can see have just started to open. So what I'm going to do is put some of this on top of the greens. And this is why you want to use a winter green and not like a lettuce, because the hot rice is going to wilt these greens a little bit. Lettuce is not going to stand up very well to this. Then we'll take some vegetables, put them on top. And then if you want, you can put a little bit of extra balsamic on here. Beautiful. There you go, pretty easy. And roasting the vegetables means that you do not have to sit around and pay attention to them. So excellent for a night where you just want to hang out and relax and let the oven do the work.